All right, well, hello and welcome everybody back to the stream. I'm Yoursimcfi, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Today's one of those very last minute streams. I found a spare few hours that I'll be able to stow away, and we'll be able to stream. I've got a lot of requests to put the CRJ back up on the stream, so I'm gonna suffer through all the bugs for you guys. I got everything, I think, set up. We might have to do a nav update, but we can do that in the airplane while you guys are here with me. Controls are all working. We're using the Moza AY210 yoke with my custom profile. I'm using the Pro Desk Sim CRJ throttles. If you guys want to check out those throttles, you can in the description as well. Save some money. I think it's code CFI, get like 10% off or something like that. We're using the Wing Control PAP3 to 737 autopilot panel from Wing Control as our autopilot panel in the CRJ. They've got a MobiFlight profile that works for it quite well, actually. So we'll be doing that. And we are going to be on VATSIM as well. We're going to be operating as Jazz 788. And we will be operating the CRJ 900 from DCA over to Toronto. And we're going to do, because the instance of time, we'll probably simulate that it's a through flight. The airplane's already flown before. We're probably going to do that, and we'll go from there. Maddie says, hello, thanks for doing the CRJ stream. No worries, that's for you, my friend. Looks like there's no one operating under DCA Center, but there is someone in Toronto, and I'm sure as soon as I get close to Toronto, they'll go offline. So don't worry about that truck that just drove through me. Don't worry about them. I wonder if there's a way to turn that off. They always do that. But we'll get into the flight deck here of the CRJ. I'm going to be using Track IR today. So I'm going to attempt to get my views. There we go. We're all centered again. And now, what the hell? We'll do a cold and dark. I know you guys like to do a cold and dark, so we'll do the full thing. Real quick, I'm going to press this install nav data. I'll do it kind of in a view that's kind of nice to look at while it installs. I'll answer you guys' questions. I thank you to all you guys who are jumping in. We got Tucker, Brandon Simpilot, which I met you at the Expo. Pleasure meeting you there. Thank you for being there, and hope to see you next year in Vegas as well with Jack again. More at Rudder. Hello goes womp womp. As usual. welcome. Matt, we discussed one Chiku 85. Thank you so much for the by the way, being a member of the channel. So all you guys are members of the channel, really appreciate all that. And the partners, you guys can see in the top right corner of your screen. They'll also be displayed in the description as well. So thank you so much for that. Pleasure to meet you at Simpilot. Yes, or pleasure to meet you at Simpilot. I'm tired. Pleasure to meet you at Expo as well. Brand of Simpilot is what I meant to say. Was a lot of fun. What was your best thing that you had at Expo? I think the one, if I could take anything home, I would take home the Boeing yoke by Wing Control, followed by the Cockpit Simulator Boeing 737 throttles. Those things were insanely cool. I was very disappointed by the Scalarchy sim. I would never buy that ever. If I was going to make a sim, I would kind of design it like CST flight deck, the way he did his sim. That's what I would probably do. Just waiting on this nav data to be all finished up, and then we'll be ready to go. There we go. It's all finished. So we're going to go over here. We'll select flight plan. We'll press import OFP. It has it there. We'll get this airplane all fired up. To start off with, we'll select the ground power. Just connect it to the airplane there. Go ahead and open all our doors. And we'll get GSX working here for us as well. We'll have them request boarding. And there is a jetway. No, use jetway / airport service. Use jetway. And there's no AC. We'll just use American, whatever. It's good enough. Jetway's coming on in. Perfect. Let's go to the top here, and we're going to skip the safety check and all that kind of stuff. We're going to do things a little bit quicker, not completely to real life, but I'm flying by myself. So select the battery on. We'll come down here, select our electrical page, DC. You can see we have more than 22 volts at least is the minimum there. Go ahead and select our ground power on. By the way, guys, we're using the Boris AudioWorks sound pack today. So if you guys like what you hear, we're using the Boris AudioWorks sound pack. It's going to be picked up on the Orbix website and or app. Thing in the CRJ, never have them do the tug first because it will disconnect your ground power. Hopefully, it just auto chose for me, so hopefully it didn't choose anything crazy. Now that the ground power has been established, we'll just check our AC by clicking the electrical page once again, and we're all good there. Back to the status page. We'll check our circuit breakers, check our oxygen, all that kind of stuff. We're going to skip that for today. However, we are going to set up our IRSs, select both to nav. Come over here to either FMS can do it. We'll go to the right side. We'll select index, FMS control, where magnetic heading and FMS is synced. Index, position, next page. In real life, it does take a little bit of time for these coordinates to load up. In the sim, a little cheat is you can just click it and it'll appear. Previous, throw it in the position there, and you're all good to go. While that's aligning, we'll go ahead and up to the overhead panel. The navigation light would have been on from the safety check, so we'll throw that on. Electrically wise, our battery is on, AC power is established, DC service remains off. Everything here is okay. Our APU gen can be selected to the off position as we're not using the APU currently. Everything else is good. Our FireX monitor, this is kind of hard to do in the sim, but if I kind of get into a view, what's going to happen when I press this button is you're going to get the master the master warning. You're going to get the warnings here in red, the master warnings in the ICAS one. You'll get in green, fire system test okay. You're also going to get each engine and APU all in red, and then the squibs for those associated systems there, and then cargoes both in forward aft red, and then the squib in green. So it's kind of hard to tell if everything works. Like it goes very quick in the sim, but we'll say it worked. And you'll get a fire system test. Oops, you get a fire system test okay in your ICAS too. We'll say it's good. Lighting wise, we're all good over there. Fuel, everything is deselected. That's what we want to see at this current point, so we're all good. Bleed air is set up the way we like it. Our anti-X crossfeed is set to normal. Bleed source is both engines and closed. This is not to be touched really because we're in auto mode of the bleeds. If we need to use these switches, we have to select that to manual, but we're going to leave it in auto for our cases for the most part. APU is off. The ignitions are all deselected. Hydraulics, we can go ahead and test all of these. So our 1B, 2B, that was 3B, and 2B pumps can all go in the on position. We're going to leave our 3A, this is our primary pump here, we'll leave this off for the time being for this quick test. Hydraulics, you can see all our B, our backup pumps are all on as I've selected them to on. Temperature and quantity are all in the green, and we've got 3000 PSI both in the braking and in the pressurization of all three systems, so that's all good. Come back up here, everything goes to the forward position except for 3A there. Auto, auto, auto. This would have been on for the walk around the 3A pump, so I would have checked that in the safety, but we'll simulate that's over, so I'll turn the pump back off to also simulate that we're not going to just leave the pump running when it doesn't need to be running. So kind of skipping a little bit of stuff here and there, but a lot of stuff's happening in the background of this in real life. Anyways, our pressurization panel, I skipped some stuff. Let's go back down here. ELT is armed, passenger oxygen is guarded. Pressurization panel is all set for the time being of what we needed to do. Air conditioning is all set for the time being of what we needed to do. We can turn the recirc fan on. In real life, some of the tails, this is quite loud, this fan, so if you don't need it, some guys just leave it off just so they can talk to you. Usually it's okay, so we'll put it on. Anti-ice, we can do the anti-ice test. And we'll get cal, go back to the status page there. ADS heat test, okay. Windshield heat can go both to low. Passenger signs, no smoking to on. Seatbelts stay off. Emergency lights to armed. I'll try to load in here to come with. Awesome, Alright. I don't know if I can call you by your name on stream, but I'll just call you Alright. Let me know. Brandon says, pleasure to meet you at EXPO. Yeah, the Boeing throttles. The Boeing throttles are really, really cool. I would love to get those. Starting my OA next week. Excited for that. Yeah, dude, you're gonna love it, man. The real plane is definitely a lot cooler, a lot better flying than the sim, but it lands. If you're on the 900, it lands a little weirder than the sim. Let me know how you think. What do you think about it? Glare shield wise from right to left. It's all fine. All pads in the up position there. We can start our stall test. Before we do that, we'll throw our 3A pump on. our stab trim. Might as well grab the mock trim as well at this point and set a trim of 6 degrees for this test. And we can select, there we go, continuous ignition is on. That's a completed test. We'll turn the flight directors off. I don't know why they're on. And after that test, we can turn the hydraulic 3A pump back off because we don't need to waste that pump. Ground proximity warning system, I think the Boris sounds breaks this, but if you soft click it once, you'll get the messages, followed by, in real life, the callouts as well. But because I have the audio pack by Boris, it kind of breaks those audio files, unfortunately. CVR down here, click and hold. Alrighty. Looking at our ICAS messages, everything is basically what we'd associate to be associated with right now. Nothing like APU fire fail or nothing like that would is displayed currently. Let's check the next page. Yeah, that's all fine. Standby instrument is perfectly uncaged and it's good for right now. Coming down here, we can test our auto brakes by anti-skid, sorry, by turning it off. Inboard outboard is the top two. Back on they go. Main landing gear overheat. You'll hear the MLG overheat call out plus the warning and the warning up there. Overheat. You hear that? Warning fail. Warning fail. It works. Nothing else here has to be tested. Everything else is set the way we like it. Coming down over here, our pitch and roll disconnects are all stowed. Our spoiler's stowed. Thrust is in the shutoff. Flaps are in the 0 detent. Ground lift dumpings and automatic. Reverses can get armed. Radials will set up a little bit later. Weather radar is off. Transponder standby. Standby radio can be set to standby. Trims have been engaged already. Our yaw damps can be engaged at this point as well. In real life, there would be a trim. You'd go full left on the aileron, full right on the aileron, full left on the rudder, full right on the rudder, or left and right. I'm not going to do that, but you would check all the trim of those. Yaw damper did in fact engage, so we're good there. Source selects are all on normal, and the lower pedestal is all checked. So that is kind of the preliminary check that the captain would do, at least in my airline, the flow that they would do to get that to get the airplane kind of breathing. The first officer at this point would get their screens kind of set up, so they get their altimeter setting all set up. They would do their oxygen test. Make sure the auto warding DCUs here are not lit or deselected or anything. Pretty much it, honestly, that the FO has to do. The rest of it's all captain. What we just did right there would be all captain doing all that. Alrighty, so we're going to be departing out of DCA. Let's go ahead and quickly bring up some charts. Doing the, let's see here, most likely the skills 5 departure at DCA. Oh, sorry, the Hordo 4. Skills 5 is the arrival, my mistake. So we'll start plugging stuff into the box here. We're going to click flight plan, and we're going from KDCA CYYZ. The alternate today is going to be I don't know why. I don't know where this is. CYYB. I'm going to change that. We're going to Hamilton. That's the alternate. No, it's sending us the YYB. That's better. It's more realistic. Our flight number is 788. First waypoint en route is JERS. So the way we type in the flight plan of the CRJ is waypoints, then SIDS and stars. So JE. Oh, let me get rid of this GSX menu. Go away. RES. And we have the Q Quebec 221 airway. And that takes us to Delmar. We got going over then is Woozy. That's it. Can execute that. Departure arrival, the Hordo 4. It's going to be, let's see what runway they're currently using here in DCA. Runway 19, so we'll do runway 19, JERS transition, we'll execute that. Departure arrival, it's going to be the Ling 3 via Woozy, we'll execute that, we'll leave the approach till later. Performance, our fuel, we can go ahead and load up all our fuel. I don't know why I'm getting so much laggy spikes here. Let's see. SimBrief has a tendency to overload the crap out of this plane. They actually didn't this time, so that's good. We're going to go click performance. And we're going to go in, actually no, flight plan, set payload and fuel. Just going to spam enter a couple times. So fuel is 96. In real life, there's an APU. I'll explain. I usually explain it in every video, but I'll explain it because some people might be new. But in real life, this number starts counting down automatically for you once the engines start. Whereas if I start the APU, this total fuel starts counting down as soon as we start losing fuel. So in real life, if it says 96.15, I'd realistically put 95.50 to account for some APU fuel loss, and then I'll just kind of fix it up later. But in the sim, we put exactly what it says. This feature doesn't even work in the sim properly. It's bugged. There's a ton of bugs that don't work in this plane, unfortunately. Our 0 foot of 65,685 goes in the 0 fuel weight, calculates our gross weight for us. We're going to be flight planned at a cruise altitude of 370, so F370. And the alternate cruise level is going to be 230. Goes in there. Next page. We got an icy deviation of 7 degrees. We got headwinds the whole way, so go minus 11. Got P0, which is nothing. And then minus 13. Awesome. Next page, the reserve fuel is going to be 1681. And estimated time to departure is 2:15, but I backed the time off, so we'll call it 23:40. Execute that. Performance page, we'll put our flex in there. It's most likely to be 48. Takeoff and landing. Flex is 35. It's saying flap 8. We're going to be a flap 20. So we'll select flap 20 here. Dry runway. We'll set all the speeds. With flap 20, flex to 35 still should work just fine. VNAV. Next page. Our cruise speed is going to be 246 / 0.76. If we're up on fuel, I might go faster than that. Next page, 4-degree descent is standard. Radio, audio, auto. We did get a auto ATC message to squawk 1334. So I'll put that in the box. Squawking 1334. And we're Jazz 788. Go in there. That's it. Flight plan, copy active. Flight plan, copy active. And the flight plan has been entered to the FMC. That's exactly the way we do it in real life. The FMS, I should say. Legs page, and that's all good. So we're about to basically get ready to push. A couple things we've got to do. We're going to reset our clock here to put it elapsed time. And I click mode so it says GPS right there. We're also going to go ahead and set up our altitude here. Out of DCA, it's 5,000 feet on the altitude pre-select on the star. And the heading is 197 for departure. Right about there. Away from the city. Something else we do in DC is we put the White House restricted area, so Pilvia is the fixed name, and we'll put a 1 mile ring around that, and basically we do not fly in there. Whatever you do not fly in there. So that's all done. That's a real life thing we do. Gotta get our flight director set to the right hand side because we're flying from the right hand side. There we go. And we got to get our MDA set, which is our level off height. It's used mainly two reasons. On normal operations, it's used so we can know when to accelerate. And instead of pitching for V2 plus 10, we start nosing down a little bit. And the reason you'd want to set that, and hopefully you don't have to use it for this reason, but in case of an engine out, an emergency there, that is also still our acceleration altitude, but a couple other things might happen in the engine out procedure at that altitude. So that's all set up. Let's go ahead and start up our APU. Our fueling has been completed. So we'll select the APU there. Thanks for subscription. I don't know why I can't see anything up here. Whoever just subscribed, thank you so much. Sorry I didn't come up on screen for me there. I couldn't see what it was, but really appreciate that. Cal says, hey, back with the CRJ. Anything new? Haven't been in the sim for a long time. No, nothing new. It's still broken, but a lot of people want me to fly it, so I'm going to fly it for them. Matthew Weed, welcome. Says, hey, CFI, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. We'll get some better views while we're doing this. There you go. Forever says, have you seen this yet? Real type rated CRJ pilot posted it. Your message. Oh, you maybe tried to post a link. It might have not worked. Capjack says, hey, buddy, checking in, but hang out too long. Got an early morning tomorrow and a lot of traveling to do. Nebraska. Love your show. Thanks so much, Jack. I hope you have a good, safe drive tomorrow. And hopefully everything goes smoothly tomorrow for you. Thank you for stopping by. Forever says, curious what your thoughts are in this post. He seems to think the Aerosoft CRJ is pretty lacking and needs work on. The Aerosoft CRJ, in the kindest of words, currently sucks. They are aware of this and they're making a native 2024 build, but currently it is very bad. I'm just flying it. I initially said I'd never fly it till I got an update, but I'm flying it because a lot of people want me to fly it, so we're gonna do it for them. I was gonna fly the 727 tonight. Yo, where were you, Expo? I was around, man. I got around. I had my shirt on and everything. I had my logo on it. Welcome to Dad Aviation. Pushback Bruce says, evening, sir. Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. The link above did not post forever. I think it got retracted due to YouTube rules. Alrighty, let's continue. So APU is doors open. Press the start button there. Get you guys some sounds outside. This is the Boris Audio Works sounds. Here's the APU intake door right there. So Aerosoft making an update for the CRJ to work better in 24. That's what I have been told. That's as much knowledge as I have. How's the audio, guys? Hopefully it sounds okay for you. Dan missed a potential 727 stream. I know, my friend. Everyone wants the RJ up, so I'll do the RJ. But I am leaving for New York tomorrow for some personal things. There's a cousin's wedding I gotta go to. But then after that, on Sunday, I'll be back home. And Sunday till the 24th, I'm off. So we'll be doing a lot of streams. Don't you worry. A lot more content coming out. Alrighty, well, electric page. The power from the APU is good. The gen's offline. We'll select the generator to auto. Don't know why that dings. That shouldn't ding. But anyways, the APU gen's taking over the generators. The external power has been disconnected off the buses. To deselect the switch. It's also going to get pretty hot back there with the air conditioning packs on, as we have no air conditioning hose outside connected. So what we can do is close. We can go ahead and... Oh, let's do this, sorry. Toggle the jetway back again if it works. Doesn't seem like it works, but anyways, we'll close the door. Remove the ground power cart. Tell GSX to hook us up with the pushback truck. Alrighty, we're going to hold in the beacon, but we'll get our hydraulic pumps on. We're going to set up our cabin landing altitude, which will be about, hopefully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scrolls. Should get me 500 feet, I hope. Or 60, I need 100 more. 1, 2, 600. 1, 2 small little scrolls is 560. That's all set there. Air conditioning packs are on. We'll keep it cold for the people back there. Seatbelt sign can go on. Alrighty, we'll leave this on the doors page, and I'll wait till they ask me a direction to turn. Everything's going real smooth. We're going to tune into 19.1. That is the frequency for DCA. I have 727, but the only problem is I don't know when to descend and how fast to descend. That's a very good question, Dad. So this is the easiest way to figure it out. The absolute easiest way. Let's say you are at 30,000 feet, all right? And you want to descend to 3,000 feet, 10 miles back from the airport, let's just say, all right? So 30,000 feet, you need to lose 27,000 of that to reach 3, right? Well, if you did 1,000 feet per minute, how long would that take you? You can answer the question. So you need to lose 27,000 feet. You're doing 1,000 feet per minute. How many minutes would that take you? You can answer that in the chat, and we'll continue our mini descent tutorial here. This is the easiest way I like to figure it out, at least. All right, nose to the left. Before we release the parking brake, doors are closed. Beacon is on. Transponder number 2. And make sure there's no one behind me. Parking brake is released. This is where you push me back, GSX. Oh, shocks. I'm in the flight factor 76 on my way to Phoenix from Charlotte. That sounds like a cool flight. 27 times 3, then add 5 miles for fudge factor. That's what I do. That works as well. Deviation, that's correct. 27 minutes. So now, as a baseline, you have that. Let's say you were only going to do 1,000 feet per minute. You would start to descend 27 minutes prior, probably 30 minutes, just give yourself a little bit of time, 30, 32 minutes prior to the, oh, I said nose left, didn't I? Whoops. I'll just say stop pushback here, and I'll just turn us around. Anyways, you're going to start the descent 27 minutes. We'll call it 30 to add a little fudge factor, minutes prior to your destination. Then, let's say you went ahead and doubled it. Let's say you did 2,000 feet per minute, right? 2,000 feet per minute. If you're doubling 1,000, it's just going to cut that time in half. So instead of 27 minutes, cut 27 in half. 27 divided by 2 is 13 minutes. So if you're going to target 2,000 feet per minute, you'd start about 13, we'll call it 15 minutes prior to your destination. That's kind of how I work it in my brain. I like to use feet per minute because it's in minutes and time, and I can kind of work with that. But anyways, let's go ahead and start up our engines here. We're going to start number, let's say it's the first flight of day. We'll start number 1 first. Starting 1, start the timer. Awesome. At 20% N2 with an ITT below 120, we're going to add fuel. You can already hear the Boris sound pack coming in. Don't worry, I'm going to get you back there for the sounds. I know. There you go. Listen to that. Oh, I was a bad pilot. There we go. That actually doesn't happen in real life. It will start without the pumps. Ask me how I know. Sounds pretty good to me. Yep, forever you could do that way too. If I descend to 3,000 at 1,000 feet per minute, my captain would kill me and probably fatigue. Yeah, so I'm not saying that's what you should be descending at. That's just my baseline of where I start, because it's in minutes of 1 minute and it's easy. Then you can double that to 2,000, that's half the time. And then in the CRJ, we usually do 3,000 feet per minute at idle is what we usually do. So that'd be about, you know, takeoff. If 27 minutes is 1,000, 14 minutes is 2,000, call it 8 minutes prior, and I'd do a 3,000 feet per minute descent. Or 10 minutes at 3,000, just to give myself a little bit of a buffer room there, if that makes sense. That's how I work it out. That way it's a lot more precise than just miles back. I actually have a figure of time of when I'm actually going to be there. Keep in mind, however, as you descend, your true airspeed slows, and also the wind usually decreases as well. So if you add fudge factor up high and you start to descend a little earlier, it's actually, you actually might even have to shallow out more than you thought. So, but it's just trial and error. You can come up with your own system the way you like to do it. Right engine start. %, adding fuel. Right auto ignition has been displayed. Beautiful, beautiful sounds. All done by Boris Audio Works there. Very, very well done. Alrighty. Get a good old electric page check. Obviously in the sim, guys, it's never going to be broken, but keep to the same. And you'll be, nope, not those, and you'll be good to go. All the way forward, please. Thank you. Do a quick rudder check. Full left. Full right. Neutralize stat page. Steering on. Get our taxi light on in a sec. I'm just going to go ahead and lock my office chair wheel so I don't roam around when I use my rudder. There we go. Marker brake off, and we're going to spin this sucker all the way around. CRJ 2, by the way, nice. Yeah, it's a fun jet to fly. This might be a really dumb question, but how do you know how many minutes out you are from the airport? Many ways to calculate that. If your GPS or INS will tell you, you can use either one. The INS will tell you how many minutes you are out. If you don't have any of that, then you can use distance and a rough ground speed estimation. But usually the INS, if you're using the INS or the GPS, will tell you minutes. Yeah, forever. We're not talking about the CRJ. We're talking about 727 with INS. CRJ is easy. It tells you what feet per minute required, and you can go off that and just take any anti-icing and winds into consideration. But that's talking about the 727. If you don't have no advisory VNAV at all. Reagan traffic, it's Jazz 788 taxiing runway 19. Should be Juliet Bravo short 4, correction, short 15. I kind of made up Bravo, to be honest. I'm gonna look up the actual taxiway. I think it's Kilo, actually, what it is. It's Kilo Juliet. I just regard it's gonna be Juliet and correction, Kilo and Juliet short of runway 15 Reagan. Yeah, I completely made up Bravo. Bravo is when you're short of 4 on the other side there. Oh, gotcha. I don't know Jack with the 7.2. Oh, the 7.2 is beautiful. Yeah, I just released a video on it today, actually. It's one of my favorites in this sim. It's beautiful. I was going to stream the 7.2 today, but a lot of you guys have been wanting the CRJ stream, so we're going to do that for you. Doing the return? No. I got to get to bed tonight, unfortunately. Cockpit textures look different than mine. Yes, I'm using the Hughes texture mod, so it does a lot of texturing stuff. Fun fact, these are actually the throttles I sent him. I sent a picture of these throttles here, and he's modeled those quite well, actually. Same with the IRS switches. If you zoom in on these things, they're the wear and tear is from a real airplane. Some that I've flown. Clear right, clear left. My flex kind of got kicked out, so we'll go add that back in here. There we go. Oh, look, we just enabled VNAV settings on my CRJ when I fly it. Yeah, the CRJ in at least...
Traffic, Blue Streak 5665, taxiing runway 19 via Kilo across 15.
Nice. We got Mr. More Right Rudder there. If you guys don't know who More Right Rudder is, go check out his channel. Flies the 7.4 in real life. Used to be an RJ check captain as well, by the way. Yeah, the VNAV in real life I find is pretty awful unless you get a descend VNAV or descend via. It's very good for LPVs, but I have a lot more enjoyment slash. It's a lot more efficient if I just vertical speed the descent personally. I like to do it that way. I never know how fast to taxi CRJ and how fast do I go into a 90-degree turn. Does a 700 taxi faster than 900? Max speeds in the straight that our company uses is 20. We don't go past 20 in a straight line. On these turns, it's nice to be under 10 if you can, just because remember we got flight attendants that are standing up and walking around, so you don't want to be like, you know, banking around a corner and then make everyone fall over. So under 10 for turns are nice. On the straights, up to 20 is more than fine. We've been cleared all the way, so we'll do flap 20 in our befores. Give you guys some sounds back here. There's the flaps 20 being set out. Alrighty, we'll go full left. Oh, Mike's getting in the way. Full right. Full down. Full up. Awesome. Flex has been put in. I have no way of testing if that N1 is the correct N1. And honestly, this airplane's a little underpowered in the sim, so I'm going to delete the flex. We're going to go full toga rated thrust. Because I don't really trust the flight model in this version. We're going to go sailing off the end. But a flap 20 departure at this airport's quite standard. Reagan traffic, Jazz 788, crossing 15 at Juliet, short 19. I might get this. Only thing is auto throttle, but I want it. No auto throttle is, it's a bit challenging at first. You will get used to it as you go. I have a ton of tutorial videos on my channel on how to use it. What we're going to do, guys, the takeoff sequence that we're going to use is obviously we go V1 rotate, we're going to pull on up, and then with the positive rate, we'll select the gear up. Speed mode, which will be clicked right there, kind of like flight level change, kind of. And then in this departure, go nav mode. I'm pretty certain it's not going to work in the sim, but we're going to go nav mode and see what happens. We'll give it a try. It's going to bug out probably, but that's the sequence. View and rotate, get the airplane in the air, gear up, speed mode, nav mode. If you've been assigned a heading, then go heading mode. But as long as it's in the box, you can go nav. And then through 600 feet, we'll engage the autopilot. Then through our level off, we're going to go ahead and start speeding on up. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. This would be an active runway in real life at the time. They usually depart 15 as they're departing 19 as well. My chase plane view seems a little off. Oops. Save the view right there. That's probably Rob right there, so we'll go past him. Not sure. Sounds like captain issue. Yeah. You doing flap 20 takeoff? We are. Yeah. Usually these 8,000 foot strips are lower. We'll do flap 20 mostly. And we're gonna quickly check there's no one on the rubber visual. Of course, the time that I choose to depart Reagan, it's 19 in use, and every time I choose to come in here, it's runway 1 in use on my stream. But we'll check there's no one on the river. I don't see anybody, so we should be good to go. Reagan traffic, Jazz 788, line runway 19. It's gonna be the order 4. All right, we're cleared to the line. We'll go strobe lights on. Get our, this is a wrong sound, but chime the FAs a couple times. Messages are notified. Takeoff config okay. Whoa! There's a bump in the ground there. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh! All right, I have a plan. Don't worry. Yes. Oh, come on, another one? That do be me. When I go direct in the CRJ, sometimes there's a 360. Yeah, DAT Aviation, the CRJ in the sim is very, very bad with its LNAV currently. Approach sequencing is terrible. Everything in the RJ is really bad right now. So don't take it as you doing something wrong. I set a trim of 6.9 giggity. Alright, that line should not be there because we got everything figured out and we got to take off config okay, but it's a bug because I turned the flight directors off physically. Don't worry about that. It's another bug. Anyways, we'll go lights on. Live checklist complete. 19 was seen on the pavement. If you guys are ready to go, put your flex emojis in the chat and we are going to get going here. Say around 70, 75. 1, 2. Put the cameras on for you. Forgot about that. Hopefully they're facing the right way.
Blue streak 5665 lining up runway 19.
They're kind of facing the right way. Thrust is set. Get back on the center here. 80 is checked. That wing, that looks funny. There's V1, rotate. Up to about 17 degrees or so, gear up. Speed mode. Climb 153, nav mode. FMS2's armed, captured. That nav mode worked a little too well, I don't trust it. Just through 600 feet, all pods engaged. Through the level off height, we're gonna bug our VT speed. The airplane's gonna start nosing down, not changing my thrust, not bringing that thrust back. Leave the thrust where it is, flap 8. Flap 1. Flap 0. Climb thrust. Whoa.
Traffic, Blue Street.
And the after takeoffs.
Runway 19.
And we're going to accelerate to 250 so Mr. Blue Streak doesn't get held up by us. There's speed 250. And we are up and away. Actually, I think there's a speed restriction here if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, there isn't. That's on the other departure. That's if we're going left. That's on the Suki. Now, what I forgot to do was give me that, and we'll turn airports off. And we'll do this for that guy as well. There we go. Four for 5,000. Let's go ahead and set that a little higher, all the way up to, set all the way to the cruise. What is it, 37? 37. Changing this number right here. 37,000 feet. We can hide our MDA at this point. Perfect. Getting a massive climb. We're doing pretty well. Go ahead and sync our heading. Picture potholes, DCA. Yeah, I don't know why that happens in DCA. It's happened to me a couple times, actually. And I always forget it's there. We are rocket shipping up. We're takeoff weight of 75,000. I don't think this would be currently happening. Well, maybe. Depends on the day. It's not completely out of the realm of believability. Definitely is on the higher side. Is CRJ good to buy? Plus doesn't have all the varieties like 200. No, it only has a 550, 700, 900, 1000. They're all the same flight deck, all the same systems. It is a very rough state. If you're gonna learn this airplane right now, it's gonna be a little troublesome because you might do something that was correct, but it doesn't work. So I would stay away from it currently. When the update comes out for it and I have a time to test it, I'll update you guys if it's worth your money at that point. Obviously, do what you want, buy it, but it's in a pretty rough state. I know all of its intricacies, and I'm on the beta team, so I know it's going to break. Plus, I fly it in real life, so I know what it should be doing. But anyways, through 10,000, we'll do a vertical speed of 1,500. We'll keep it fast for the blue streak behind us, so we'll go climb 320. I'm just going to accelerate my speed to 320 knots. Not that the airplane really cares about this. This is just...
Jazz, 785, taxi 2 runway.
Oh, nice, we got another Jazz. This is just a visual for my own brain. Because I'm in vertical speed mode, this airplane will either stall out or overspeed. It doesn't care about what speed I put in there. That's just for my brain to remember, really. Our usual is a climb 280, but because Rob's behind us, we're going to keep it going. Through 10,000, however, lights are out. The pressurization is checked. Belts on. We can go ahead and release the belt. They are flight attendants at this point. It's the wrong sound, but anyways. Temperature above 15, so we're not going to encounter any of the icing today. Yelnav is working surprisingly decent-ish. I don't think I want to try a LNAV approach with it. Or an RNAV approach, I should say. How did you do the flyby view? That it's chase plane. Chase plane does that. I have it set to a button on my keyboard. Oh, I forgot to use track IR this whole time, man. I had it all loaded up and ready to go, so I can taxi with it. This is track IR 5, by the way, guys, so I can look around and do this kind of stuff. But I guess we're just gonna turn it back off for now. Is where to get the sync yoke button to work? Yes, I have it working as well. Let's just not overspeed the airplane here. I have that button working as well. It's in the sim. I believe it's called FD Sync. I believe is what it's called. Like flying on a slant. Do I have like a pedal pressed in or something? Anyways, we're hitting 320 right there. Gonna click our climb button. Oops, 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 oops. There's climb 320. All we gotta do, guys, is around 26 to 8,000 feet. We're gonna come very cautious and change ourselves over to Mach numbers by ourselves, because at climb 320, this red line is gonna come down pretty quickly, and if we don't change it to Mach, we're gonna overspeed at 320. It will automatically change to Mach for you through 31,600 feet. But by the time we change over to Mach, we're going to be a lot lower than 31.6. That's why we have to manually do it. Kind of a screw around, find out situation, real life type thing. You'll learn it on the line, more or less. What a flap traction speed for flap 20 departure? You go V2 plus 12 flap 8, V2 plus 20 flap 1, VT minus 15 flap 0. That's what we use. It was ISA plus 20 yesterday, up to 3. Wow, 30s in Texas. Rough day for a climb, right? Yeah, that would not be fun. Plus 20? My God, the ride was probably not that good either. Icing through the 20s. Yeah, that's not fun at all, my friend. Sorry to experience that. Since I have the CRJ type and currently fly the Jet 2, do you know how I could get involved with the beta team? Would love to help out any way I can. You'll have to message, if you go to the Aerosoft Discord and message Rafi, he's kind of like the community manager of all of Aerosoft. He can get you in touch with Hans, who makes the aircraft. I will be honest right now, the aircraft is in a, as I said, a pretty bad state, and I'm not even helping out at this point. There's nothing to help out with. There's nothing really happening to my knowledge at this point. I know there's an update of something in the works, but I have not been involved. No one from the beta team has been involved to my knowledge at this point. But Rafi is your best bet. Another way to do it would be come to Flight Sim Expo next year and talk to them in person. Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing that box? Thank you for the subscription. I don't know why it's not showing the chat or anything right now. Something's going up for sure. I got caught out by the yacht damper. Oh, the autopilot bug. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Yeah, that's another bug, guys. So what Rob is talking about is if you do this, if you start this plane in a turnaround state, the yaw dampener, which will usually be displayed in yellow, will be gone. There will not be a yaw damper caution either, but when you go to take off and you select your autopilot, it won't work, and that's because the yaw dampers are secretly disengaged and you have no way of telling. That is a turnaround bug that I've reported for about a year now. But yeah, there is a lot of hidden bugs in this thing. Took me a while to figure out why my autopilot wasn't working either, because there's no indication of anything. It's like this. Everything's like this. It just does not work. I wish they would fix the night lighting. Yeah, that's honestly, in my opinion, bottom of the barrel. There's a lot to fix. Would it calibrate the throttle? Of course there is. Come over here. Throttle or options. Next page. Calibrate throttle. Right there. Red FD when the flight director's working. Yeah, this plane is Very, very wrong in a lot of ways. I'm gonna go change the default real quick so that doesn't appear again. Actually, index defaults. That's fine. Oh wait, that's not done through here. That's done through here. Next page. Airport save. There we go. Another five.
Traffic just
Another,
75 on the
I should probably change over. Right, we're getting close to the altitude. I gotta switch to Mach. We'll keep an eye on that. I wish it would fit. Yeah, I read that one. Is your guys' sync button tied to heading as well? Ours only synced the speed bug. Yes. Ours only does the speed. Yes. I had to think about it for a second. Yeah, ours only does the climb. Like, it'll say, like, you can adjust your climb or descent speeds. That's it. Doesn't change heading, from my recollection. But in the sim, I believe it's called Flight Director Sync or FD Sync, and it actually does work as, for the most part, should. I think in heading mode it doesn't work correctly, but in nav mode it works correctly in the sim. Mr. Aviation Bros, hello, welcome, thanks so much for stopping in. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for making this thumbnail for this stream tonight. I'll join the Discord, by the way. Could you take a look at the post I made about the CRJ forums? Curious of what your thoughts are on it. I think would be valuable educational content for a stream. Syncs airspeed, bug to current airspeed. Yeah. Hey, Spad, what's the state of the CRJ? Terrible. Yeah, forever. More right, used to be a CRJ check captain as well. And keep the belts on a little bit longer, getting these kind of bumps here to clear our turbulence. I'm gonna go take a look at that Discord post you had me you're talking about here, if I can find it. Yeah, the AC auto lights with the social lights. Yeah, those aren't. I don't think those are ever gonna fix, my friend. I don't see your post in the general chat there. Forever, if you want to post it. Alright, we're at climb 777. Let's go ahead and click this button in. We're at climb 78. Let's go back down 1 to climb 77. And the airplane's going to start nosing on up. And it's going to start prioritizing 77 in the Mach number. It's on the Aerosoft CRJ forum, the website, not Discord. Oh, can you send a link to it in the Discord, in my Discord if possible? That'd be a lot easier for me to find it on stream. And then searching through stuff. Yeah, the CRJ is in quite a bad state in the sim, and unfortunately, you can type as many bug reports as you want, and nothing will be addressed currently until the first native build gets addressed. And once that's done, I think they're waiting on 3D modeling or something. I'm not too sure. Do you see it that time in the chat? No. In the Discord, no. It won't. It probably won't let you send links in the chat because I have that turned off for obvious security reasons. But if you send it in my Discord, I'll find it for sure. Alright guys, let's go ahead and run the free membership gifting. We'll send 5 gifted memberships right now to the lucky winners. Survey, David, 737 Sim Pilot, Jacka, and Grumps. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys won a free membership to the channel. Forever, it's in the Discord, sorry, it's in the description for you right there. Aviation Bros actually just posted it for you as well. Dad Aviation with the sad face. Alright, Dad. I can't give any more. All 10 have been given out already this month. We'll do 10 more next month, though. Oh, I just saw you posted in the Discord there. Oh, this is way too long to read. Aerodynamic stall correction, dynamic low speed cue, injection, stick pusher logic. The stick pusher should activate just prior. Yep, that's true. Yeah, all of this stuff is going to be true because there's tons of stuff that's not correct, and it will never be correct. And the reason it will never be correct is the team that's working on this airplane. Well, the person that's working on this airplane, it's not really a team. Does not have any documentation. The only documentation they reference is online free things. So this, I haven't given up on the airplane. What I've soft given up, I've lowered my expectation of the airplane because it's never going to be what I want it to be. So I'm just going to fly it when it works and not when it doesn't, and that's kind of it. And go to work when I fly the CRJ, and that's about it. The rudder pedal steering is a byproduct of Microsoft Flight Sim. There's nothing you can do against that because then the airplane won't turn on the ground without, if you don't own a tiller, which 90% of people don't. There's a lot of stuff that are simisms that have to be there as well, that he's pointing out. Yeah, everything I agree with there. It's things that me and other people have pointed out there. I think there's about 3 or 4 RJ operators, current RJ operators on the team, of the beta team, and then there's a few that are ex-CRJ guys on the team as well. And no matter what you really say, nothing kind of gets fixed. So he's vibe coding for the most part. Yes, yeah, he has a free online manuals and he uses that. And then anything else that people say he can try to replicate / fix, but that's about it, really, unfortunately. Harris, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. ERJ, not around here, my good friend. Forever says, is there anything in the post you disagree with, though? I skimmed through it. I'll read it through more thoroughly later, but from the points I saw, the only one I don't really disagree with, but I know it can't be done, is the rudder pedal steering logic about the rudder should only give you 6 degrees and nose wheel steer. That is correct. However, in the sim, 90% of people, especially Xbox kids, don't have tillers, so they have to code it in a way where rudder will actually turn the nose wheel and the rudder at the same time. And because they're using default Microsoft code, there's only a very select way of doing that. So there's a couple things that are, yes, it's true. However, the sim won't do it properly because they will not code it to do it properly. If they did a full CRJ external flight model, external from Microsoft, then yeah, they can do all that kind of stuff, but they're using just like a default Microsoft flight model that they've edited. On the Phoenix, if you turn on separate tiller axis, the rudder works as it should and only turns nose a few degrees, so I don't buy it and being a sim issue. Yeah, so it's because they're doing a default. It's because they're doing default Microsoft code. They're not. Phoenix has external code they run. That's why the Phoenix software opens. That runs all that stuff externally out of the sim. The CRJ does not do that. What a damn shame it is forever. Yeah, I've given up. For lack of better words. Binge playing War Thunder. That's nice, Harris. That's why you guys haven't seen the CRJ too much on the stream anymore. I obviously like to fly it for you guys and make tutorials on it. It's what I fly. But it's never going to be to the level of a PMDG or anything like that, and it's really quite unfortunate. I really hope someone can make it, though. 3 wheels down 27 minutes. Nice. Are you able to unbind nose steering axis to make your rudders control only rudder and not tiller? I don't have nose steering axis bound. I just have rudder bound. That's all I have bound currently, and it does both. In the PMDG, they have an option for rudder only, rudder tiller, so it's definitely possible. Maybe. I think PMDG has a lot of external stuff as well, though, that they've coded on the side. What I mean by that is not necessarily like Phoenix has an external tool running, but PMDG has a lot of code that's not Microsoft code. They've coded it themselves. This airplane is ported all the way from FSX. And whatever that had in that sim, it's been brought to this sim, and they've kind of just made it work with the current Microsoft code. They haven't really made their custom code, if that makes sense. That's my understanding of it anyways. I'm not a coder. I just ask for stuff and then I get told no. Like, I asked for this EFB to be on this side about 2 years ago, and apparently it's a lot of work. So, I don't know. I've asked for a lot of things in this airplane. Trust me. And so have other people. I want it to be just as good as you guys want it to be. We do have the time to climb that's quite correct for the most part. We're proud of that. Not we. I don't even work for the team. I'm on the beta team as an asset, but I don't get paid or anything. That looks pretty shit. That's that engine model looks. Yeah, let's just stay up here. I always found it interesting how fast the plane touches down after RA says 10, and real jets isn't really that like that. Make the extra effort too for the 10 to touchdown. Aerosoft though, 10 equal touchdown. Yeah, that's an ongoing problem too, where sometimes it's at 50, but it was actually at 30 feet. Like even the radar altimeter said 30, but it called out 50, so that was a bug a while ago. I'm telling you, there is a huge list of problems. And I've pretty much experienced most of them. And I message them about it and I delete it from my brain. And this is a good year and a half. I had like notes that are 2,000 words long. Believe it or not, this is a far step above the 1.9 update we had. 2.0 was a lot better and 2.1 was even better until 2024 broke it. Do we think the CRJ update will be released within a year from now? Absolutely no idea. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea where they are on that. I don't even have a build that I'm testing currently. I have no idea. Best thing about the plane is bore sound pack. That is correct. Alright, definitely seems a bit off from the real jet. I don't know if you have noticed that at all. Yep, I have. $36, $37. I was actually talking to Rafi in person at the EXPO, and I was really insisting for him to have the Tollis boys work on the CRJ. I was like, if you could please just have them gut this in like a tear down house and make it all over again. I don't think they went for that though, unfortunately. Alt cap. Cruising at 7.6 today. Right, we'll keep it 0.8. Let's just keep it behind us. Who's the guy in the Aerosoft server I need to talk to get the beta team? Rafi. R-A-F-F-I-E, I think? Or R-A. You'll find it. Just go to the announcements and he'll probably be in one of those channels posting something. Thanks so much, Tommy, for the subscription. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Top up climb. Supposed to do it in 23 minutes and 23, basically. Yeah, we're on time on that. Fuel. We're 300 up on planned, and we're 1,003 up on min. RVSM is checked. Everything's going quite well. I'll start loading in our arrival here. Once I get my speed all stabilized, and we'll be good to go. You're going to very high. I find SimBrief overestimating how high he screws. Before IRL went to 30. No, I do 370 sometimes on this route. 36, 35. It all depends. It's actually more efficient to get up here. But yeah. Aerosoft could exchange help told us to have better Airbus visuals. Yeah, they could. 0.76. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to 0.8. Don't worry. I'll go to 0.8 for you. Don't worry. All right. Let's go ahead and get everything set up for our arrival here into Toronto. Weather down there, we're using runway 23, 24 left. We'll expect 24 left. Toronto Center is still online, which is good to go. The ATIS is showing 1604 knot wind, 50 miles of it's VFR, 17 degrees, 2967 down there in Toronto. Sorry. Anyways. We'll be landing. So this is where the bug is. Notice this number hasn't changed since takeoff. So if I re-enter my fuel 6625, which I don't think it goes by fives, but anyways, now it actually adjusts. That's a little bug as well. But anyways, we're at 700 pounds, zero fuel weight. This should be here, but it's not. This should be here, but it's not. We're predicting to land in Toronto with, I'll just use the OFP at this point, about 5,500 pounds. So we'll do 0 fuel weight plus fuel. Let's make sure that was correct here. 60, yeah. So we're going to be landing with 71,200 pounds. Do 71 card. We'll click take on a landing. We'll do CYYZ, enter, runway 24 left. It's dry, refresh the METAR. We're gonna weigh 71,200. VREF, reverse, there's none. VREF is fine, calculate. Alrighty, we'll use idle reverse. More than fine. Landing speeds wise, the speeds are also usually very incorrect. I will not be approaching 142 knots. Probably approach at 137 knots. We'll press set all for now. They'll be fine for later. ILS Freaks is 11195. Set left, set right. MDA if needed. Let me go grab that real quick. Left, we'll pin that. I think it's 750. Yeah, 750. 750 is set right. We'll say it's set left as well. HCP. This is for the HUD. It doesn't really work all that well in the sim, but we'll just say we did it. 8898 for the length, and I shouldn't have to press clear, but you do. 547 elevation, 3 degree slope. There we go. That's all set up. Last thing is the box. We'll enter it in here. Heading sync. Departure arrival. Arrival. It's going to be the ILS 24 left. Legs page. This shouldn't happen like that. We'll take the second woozy and put it direct. And we'll just execute that for the time being just so it has somewhere to go. Next page. Next page. Runway 24 left. Ref 137. In the mist 207 3000. That's set and confirmed. We'll execute that. I'm just going to put 11,000 at youth. We'll say I've been cleared for that. There we go. Now we have a headwind of about 77 knots. We can actually see the real component of that headwind. Right here, we have 40 knot headwind. So we'll add 0.4 to our descent. For every 10 knots is 0.1 degrees. So instead of a 4, it's 4.4. We'll execute that. No icing should be anticipated, so we'll be okay. And we are all set up for the ILS 24 left. I'll give you guys a brief here. Let's see. I'm going to be sending you the link 3 via Woozy. That's page 10-2 Delta 2, effective 27 November. Coming in from Moza transition, cross restrictions as brief there. Brings in basic for the left downwind runway 24 left. View visual backed up by the ILS 24 left, page 11-7, 22nd of May 26th. The chart I got looks as Torpo 195 left and right, final approach 237, Glass check church 1970, MDA 750 set right, and we'll say set left. MSA is based on the Toronto VOR. It's 3100 in the top right corner, based there, and 28 in the bottom left. We'll use the high sector of 31. This approach, we're heading to 37. DME of 1.5 on IDP, which is the localizer. Then a climb left turn 3,000 feet, heading 159, intercept outbound radial of 189 towards Peppo and hold. In the event misapproach, either person can call ground, including ATC. I'll select the toggle button, check thrust, flat bake, gear up, spool, heading mode. We'll go autopilot through 600 feet and go from there. I'll just probably get a sign radar vectors for the most part. 3D slope, Pappy's on the left. Runway 24 right, going to exit Delta 4. Sorry, 24 left, exit Delta 4. And the hotspot here, not to cross 24 right without a clearance to do so. We'll be parking gate 250 today. And fuel-wise, we're landing with 51. That doesn't seem correct. Oh, it is correct. So we have about 1,000 pounds of extra gas. It's a VFR day, so as long as the airport stays visual and there's no emergency happening at the airport, we can elect to drop our alternate and continue trying into Toronto. That's it. You guys have been briefed for the ILS 2, well, the visual 24 left. Currently, youth needs 1,700 feet per minute. We're going to start down when this requires 2,800 feet per minute. So we're going to just keep on trucking. 3,000 feet per minute idle descent is our normal. Thanks for catching yourself on the 670. Yeah, exactly. Finally, CRJ live. I know a lot of people like these CRJ lives, so we're doing it for you. I have a thing for you. Hang on. Check your DMs on Discord. Roger. Landing speed card? Yeah. Am I close? I have a speed card on my iPad, but I'm guesstimating. Oh, it's an Excel sheet. I don't have Excel. Do not have Excel, unfortunately. Tried to open a notepad. It did not like that. If you want to give me a 71 card weight, it's probably 136. I put 137 in the box, but somewhere around there. Does direct intercept work correctly where you can see the VS needed to cross high altitude restriction? Honestly, I've never done flight in CRJ since it's still primitive in its current state. Oh wait, look at that, something actually works. Yeah, it actually does work. It doesn't show it here correctly, but it does show it in the box pretty correctly. We've been given Toronto Center, which is 25775. Put that in the front. We're gonna load Toronto. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that actually for the time being. Toronto Center, Jazz 788, flight level 370.
Jazz 788, Toronto Center, hello, squawk right now.
Alrighty, we could do that for him. Measured it to the V-Pilot client.
Jazz 788, you're identified flight level 3708, this is Echo, runway 24 left, cross Iston at 17,000, altimeter 2967.
Iston at 17,000, we copy all of Jazz 788. That's, they never do that real world, but sure. Do that. 17 at Iston, confirmed. Execute.
Go ahead.
Iston wants 21. Oh my god, I got it right. Europe 137. Perfect, man. Memory banks are working tonight, Rob. 6-7. V2 going to 146, VFT of 193. I think that's actually what this calculated. Nope. It's pretty close. But see how this is wrong all the time? So this is supposed to be 193, this is supposed to be 146, and that's supposed to be 137. And what did I put in my box without even looking at a speed card? 137, 207 in the hold. Perfect. It's almost like they pay me to do this. Although I have more fun with you guys doing it here, so I get to talk to you and answer questions. So, let's see. Iston wants 2,300. They're about the same. So that's looking pretty good. We're going to wait till Iston wants 3,000 because there's no 250 requirement here. I'm still more focused on this one because there is a 250 knot requirement at Youth. Captain Shark coming with a $5 donation. So I know it's frustrating flying the Aerosoft CRJ, but thanks for keeping it alive. Thank you so much, Shark. Thanks for the $5 donation. If you guys are members of the channel, can we please go ahead and get the $sign emoji in chat for Mr. Captain Shark? Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate all the donations you guys have been doing this month. Absolutely insane. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content.
When ready, descend 2,000, the City Center altimeter 2967.
6. I want to say it on the radio so badly. Look at this. It wants 3. It's telling me Iston 17,000. I need 300 feet per minute. But if I go here, I actually need 2,600 feet per minute. Interesting. Now the reason that I can wait till this says 3,000 feet per minute required and still be able to slow down for 250 is because remember I edited this, but it was before below 13, above 11. So as soon as I get below 13, if let's say I'm not making my speed, I can just start to reduce my vertical speed to make it work. I've done this arrival quite a bit, so I kind of have it down, not to a science, but pretty well done. The other thing you got to keep in mind is this wants 2,800 feet per minute at this current true airspeed, and this current ground speed is actually more important. So as I start to slow down or get lower, the true airspeed drops off, meaning also the ground speed starts to drop off. So does the wind a little bit. So this number kind of changes, but we're going to start heading on down about now. We're going to go ahead and do, I should have bugged this earlier. We'll do 17,000 feet. That's set and confirmed. Vertical speed 3,000. The aircraft is not that aggressive doing that. Anyways, we're going to slowly reduce our thrust to idle. Nice and gentle for the passengers there. And now we're just descending. I don't know why this happens, but sometimes with MobiFlight, it does this weird, like, 70,008, and I have no way of fixing that. I leave this door open. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I have like absolutely no way of fixing that, but we're always gonna be 8 feet high on our altitudes there. That's how you kind of do a descent. At least the way I like to do it. Autoclient that we use as ATC on VATSIM shows us who is transmitting. Well, that's kind of cool. What you guys just put the VRF into the speed book for the runway waypoint. Very interesting. We just set V2 ground to VFTO. That's pretty smart. Does the box do anything with that? No, it's just more of a visual reminder. I don't think it does anything with that, but that's what we do, yeah. Yeah, I actually don't know the specific reason. I've just been, that's just what's taught. We'll put it in the legs page here. And then we'll put the hold speed there as well. I guess more or less as a memory item. Just don't have to look down, I guess. I don't. I mean, I guess it affects time, I guess. Add a little bit of thrust here. But, yeah, I couldn't tell you. I have a way of fixing that. It's called access and O's. No, we're not doing that.
Toronto, good evening. Blue Streak 5665, flight level 340.
Blue Streak 5665, Toronto Center, squawk ident.
Squawk ident.
He loves that ident.
5665.
Oh, he said it. All right, so Iston's wanting 3,000. We're doing 3,000. We're going to make that just fine.
Blue Streak 5665, you're identified, flight level 340.
Youth is starting to drop off, and now we're down to 27.
Cross Iston at 17,000, altimeter 2967, runway 24.
I got to stop doing that.
Cross Iston 17,000, 2967, and we'll grab Echo Blue Streak 5665.
See, if I took your advice and bought the PMG 738. Oh, nice, Infinity. Do you like it? Hope you're having a good time with it. Damn, man, we live this late. We are recall. Thanks for jumping in. Was it Rob just now? It was Rob. He's in the chat and in VATSIM. Let's get the excuses out of the way. Kind of tired. Already did a stream today. Made a video today as well. If you guys haven't checked it out, by the way, it's a 727 video. Hope you enjoy it. What else? The airplane flies like a piece of crap in the sim. Moza profile's probably not correctly set for it. And that's about it.
Blue Streak 5665 as Echo.
Roger.
go on to us. Let's see if I eventually get a hold of Bluebird 7.6. Yeah, man. Can't wait till the 7.5 and the 6.7 come out. Anyways, does this the other day for the first time, thanks to your videos, flight was successful? You really have to stay on top of this bird. Oh yes, my friend. You work for a living in the CRJ. You're paid the least, work the hardest. Flying Las Vegas to Portland in it right now. The only thing I'm struggling with is when I take off, the plane keeps veering to the left, but it might be a skill issue. I would check your control mappings, but it could very well just be the wind, but I would check the controls. But to release my United Airlines 77800 250 years livery on the .to here. Oh, so that's awesome, Recall. We'll look out for that. Affinity, we're going to be streaming the PMG sometime next week. I have the brand new PU Air Korea 737 overhead panel. Be sure to give that a check on my video as well. What I'd like to do is set the TCS test zone into the altitude for the runway waypoint in case we lose glide slope. That works really well, and updates required via MFD time 3D. Yeah, you can do that as well.
And then Center AirCan 63 from Liz Du. Can I go
More
to
thing, I've been paid very well. Yeah, well, not where we are.
Air Canada 63.
Still paid less than a major, though.
For now, proceed direct to Liz Du, descend 4,000.
So my comment still stands.
Direct to Liz Du, descending 4,000, Air Canada 63.
Actually, scratch that. Proceed direct, immediately descend 4,000.
Alright, we're gonna need our anti-ice probably just for a little bit here.
Direct Amilu 4,000, Air
Hopefully we can
Canada
just make
60.
it in there. Recall, we don't mention that. Sink our heading up. Kinda hoping this guy keeps me going down here. So I can just make it one nice beautiful descent and not have to level off. Notice how this number's getting smaller and smaller. That's what we want to see. I went back on the CRJ, I took a pay cut. Yeah, that's fair. Don't think we're gonna need it, but we'll be more than safe than sorry. Wings and cowls on. Just a little bit of a layer here that we might hit. Probably not. I'm sure at least paid more than the Dash pilots. Nope, we're all the same pay. Embraer, Dash, RJ, all the same. I have worse performance in PMG than Phoenix. It's really? A lot of people have great performance in the PMDG. That is definitely strange.
Walker 165, when ready to send 3,000.
No.
NASL. Rob is a brave series. Yeah, I would.
Jazz 788, send 1,000, altimeter 2967.
1,000 and 967. 788. I just realized something. That something is my my push to talk is currently my sync button. That's why everything is not working correctly on my altitude. 67. I'm going to attempt to fix my push to talk mid descent, but now that we're already in this descent, we'll keep this going. I'm at about 250. Remember, guys, all I got to do for this waypoint coming up at Youth is I need to pass
63,
below 13 above 11. I have it hard 11 just for calculation reasons.
24 left, lead 5 for the glide.
But
Air
it's working out
Canada
very
60.
well. We need 1,600 feet per minute. Once I get to 13, that's probably going to say 1,200 required, and we'll be golden to slow down. At least in real life, it'd be golden. I'm going to try and attempt to change my push to talk. It doesn't seem to work. Well, we're getting below the getting below 13, so I'm gonna go 1,200 feet per minute.
Jazz
it at idle.
788, descend 8,000.
Oh, I don't have a pushback. Uh-oh. Can someone tell him for me, please? There, I got this one.
Jazz 788, descend 8,000.
8,000, just 78. Sorry, I had a push stock issue.
It's all good. Blue Street 5665, descend 1,000.
8,000.
Send 1,000. Blue Street 5665.
Is this airplane going to start, like, nosing up any faster? I'll do it for myself.
United 312, Toronto Center low, cleared to Chicago via the Go Pup 4 departure, Hockey transition, flight plan route.
Vertical speed for some reason wasn't vertical speeding. Autopilot re-engaged. Why does it keep going down? I'm telling you, vertical speed up, buddy. Here, I'm going to put you in a nose up. Nope. It stays in a, Alright. We'll just manually fly it. There's another bug for you.
Walker 165, turn right.
Not even the flight director is working correctly.
United 312, it's 4467.
Thank you. 4467.
We'll bring it back up to 11 because in Canada you're technically not allowed to actually break that restriction either. In the States you are, in Canada you're not. But my vertical speed had decided to just completely give up.
785, flight level 300, direct Wozy and information echo.
Jazz 785, Toronto Center, echoes correct, walk it in. Jazz 785, you're identified, flight level 300, runway 24 left, cross Iston at 17,000, altimeter 2967.
24 left, Iston 17,000, 2967, just 75.
Alright, there's
Again,
11,000
traffic,
feet.
But you're 2 o'clock, 7 miles, Pilatus on approach for the north runway.
250 knots.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for that. Actually, correction, we have the traffic in sight, Air Canada 63.
Autopilot engaged
Air
again.
Canada 63, roger, maintain visual separation.
Roger will maintain visual separation.
Always got to hand fly this dumb
Walker
thing.
165, heading 210.
Let's fix that. Bimpo to Bimpo, execute.
10, good ILS.
There we go. I have a feeling it's not going to work either, but we'll try. Direct 1,400 feet per minute. Let's go down. Now it works. Awesome.
Blue Street 5665, descend 8,000.
Send 8,000. Blue Street 5665.
Alright, speed 250. 210 at Bimpo, so we're going to add some boards here. Would have been a lot better if the vertical speed started to work when I used it, but whatever. What sim is Rob flying? Probably Microsoft Flight Sim in the RJ, I'm pretty sure. I'm not mistaken. Through 10,000 feet, lights are on. Might as well turn these on too. It's getting dark.
Tango Quebec Zulu, City Wind 0.
Pressurization is set. We got Hookem coming with a $2 donation. Good evening at 8:41 p.m. Thanks so much, Hookem, for stopping in. Really appreciate the donation there. Thank you so much. You guys are really paying off this 5090. This thing was expensive. All right, the approach checklist has been completed for us. I'm gonna go vertical speed. See if this works now. Let's do what's required.
Air Canada 63, wind
1,000 feet per minute.
604, clear to land, runway 24 left.
24
210.
left, clear land, Air Canada 163.
Walker 165, wind 1604, clear to land, runway 23.
800 feet a minute.
Blend, we walk for 1.
Are you a Leafs fan, by the way, CFI? No. They suck. Just touched down a Phoenix. Nice.
Roger.
9 for 8,000. In real life, you can, when you're slowing down, you can usually go one lower than this, just because as we slow to 210, it's actually going to be less of a descent required to make it. Because right now it's calculating that based on our 250, 240 speed, but as we start slowing down, it will...
Amazon aircraft, Toronto Center, closing in 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
This airplane should be really slowing down at 600 feet per minute with anti-ice off, but anyways, we'll use the boards. Drag kind of got screwed up in the flight model as well. Like, this is full boards, idle thrust, no anti-ice, 600 feet per minute, well, 700
Jazz
per minute.
788, descend 4,000.
4,000, Jazz 788. We're going to make that restriction, so we're going to go 4,000 feet is set. And now I'm just going to do descend 210. Thanks so much, Mr. Hookham, by the way. If you guys are members of the channel, be sure to get some dollar sign emojis in there for Mr. Hookham. Appreciate you, my friend. Doing SFO to London. I'm going to bed in like an hour, and then when I wake up, I'll have like an hour to spare before I descend. Nice, Hookham. I hope you enjoy that. Yeah, forever. This thing has so many freaking bugs, man. It never had the problem where... never had the problem that I just encountered, that vertical speed thing. I think that was happening because I was mashing a bunch of buttons off screen in VPilot. I probably didn't like that. But I've never had that one. But usually the vertical speed's quite good. I'm about him to get in trouble for not being there, but I should be fine. Yeah. Hopefully no one gets on and starts barking at you. Alright, we're probably the leaders in this, so let's go ahead and get our boards out. Something in Toronto they never do is give us a visual, but I'm going to say this. Center for Help, Jazz 788, the runway's in sight.
Jazz 788, Roger. Your traffic to follow is
Damn.
777, about a 3.5 mile final for runway 24 left.
Oh, okay. I copy that, Jazz 788, thanks. Oh, we're good,
And it's
jeez.
just passing off your left wing now, 1,800 indicated.
And we got him in sight, Jazz 788.
Jazz 788, Roger. You cleared visual approach runway 24 left.
Get a visual 24 left, Jazz 788. Alright, we're going to go heading sync, heading mode. They would never do this. Not here anyways. Let's go ahead and sequence this up. Let's do the top. Hey, this is... Oh, it didn't work. It should have...
165,
This is what I have to do.
165,
Cancel mod,
165,
next page, Liz do, connect the vector, execute, then Liz do, execute here. No, that breaks it.
Walker
Fully broke it.
165, that's approved. You can expect to vacate 15.
Oh, that time we're 237. Insert that. Green on the right, green on the left. Don't know why the course is wrong, but it is wrong. Let's go ahead and turn in. Go down to 3,000 feet. Set up this course a little bit better. 237 on the course. Holy scrolly. There we go.
Jazz 785, descend 1000.
1,000, Jazz 75.
Clear for the visual, go flap 1. 4 for 3.
Center United 312, just short Alpha Lima, ready taxi 23.
United 312, runway 23, altimeter 2967,
Alt
taxi
cap.
via Alpha Hotel.
3,000, flap 8.
312.
I'm gonna keep it quick for our boys back there, but I got flap 8 just so I can go ahead and really back it down if I need to.
Walker 165, welcome Toronto. You said you're going to Sky Service?
Hey, firm.
Roger, taxi.
Trying to bug higher than we
runway
are,
15
but
left,
it's not working. There we
Sierra,
go.
Echo Alpha.
5 left, Sierra, Echo Alpha. 65.
So, Air Canada 63, welcome Toronto. Cross
Hannah,
24
thank you so
right,
much for
85.
subscribing. Appreciate you, my friend. Why are
Crossing,
you climbing
24
airplane?
right,
I
we're
told you to
gonna
go down.
T1
Vertical speed
international, as long
nose
as it has
down.
a
You see that?
customs Control.
Look to glide so
Canada
far.
63, Roger, taxi via
Alright, we're just
Delta,
gonna have fly.
Quebec,
Alpha
cross 33
disengaged.
right, aprons your discretion.
Go down. Stop alts
Delta
capping.
Quebec, cross 33 right, apron by
This is so
discretion.
screwed up.
Or cross 24 right, correction.
Before you
and,
ask, yes, you
apron
can
is
bug a
by
higher
discretion,
altitude
Air
and go
Canada
down with
63.
vertical speed. That is a thing. When you
Jazz
look to
785,
captured.
descend 8000.
Glide slope captured.
I'm sorry, say again for Jazz 75?
Descend 8000.
8,000, Jazz 75.
Blue Streak 5665, descend 4000.
Send 4,000 Blue Street.
And I blew right through the crap out of that. That's okay. Oh wait, I had track error this whole time. I could have used that. Oh well. This just looks like a real CRJ capturing a loc now. Let's see if I can throw it back on. Autopilot engaged. Don't turn right, 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 don't right, turn right. Okay, good. I think we're heading to 237 on that. 3,000 feet on the missed approach.
Winnipeg, AFSEP 7 departure, MUSIP transition.
We'll keep it fast till about 5 mile.
Runway 23, squawk 4070.
Let's start our recording up.
Alright, clear to Winnipeg, AFSEP 7, MUSIP transition, and a stop, plan for 1407.
By the way, what's your Volanda? Oh, I don't have Volanda, sorry.
271, read back, correct, advise ready taxi.
How come the VHF radio affect V-Pilot? Because it sounds like garbage. Real life radios do not sound as bad as V-Pilot does. Makes them
Tango
out
Quebec
seem.
Zulu, Roger, flighting 150,
The
climb
field, they
2000.
sound really, really bad in the sim.
Jazz 788, wind 1604, cleared to land, runway 24 left.
Clear to land 24 left, Jazz 788. Alright, spoilers retracted there.
And Tango Quebec Zulu, would you like to shoot another approach on 26?
Gear down, landing
or do you want
checks.
to try 08 instead?
Reverser. Flap 20. 160.
Tango Quebec Zulu, Roger. Cleared to the Peterborough Airport via direct, climb 7000.
Flap 30. 50.
Tango Quebec Zulu, read back correct.
6. Flap 45.
Blue Streak
37.
5665, turn left, heading 330, descend 3000.
Left 330.
The RJ is good in that way, is you can get this thing dirty quick. Got gear down, lights are on, 45 is set, reversers are armed. Actually, landing lights are not set. There we go. Clear to land, the checklist complete. Cabin advised, all that great stuff. Gonna find the thrust setting that's holding us. Looks like 68, a little high for real life flying. Anyways, usually around the 55, 60 range. So it tells me that the flight model has way too much drag on it in flap 45 configuration.
United 312, wind 1604, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff 23, United 312.
Turn the cameras back on for you guys. Hopefully they're facing the right way. Kind of.
500.
Good enough. 500 check stable, visual approach.
400.
Off the flight directors, gonna be on the PAPIs. These flight directors are absolutely garbage in the sim. Correcting, gonna get a little low here.
Correction, Blue Streak 5665, turn left heading 270, cleared ILS 240.
Turn left 270, cleared ILS 24 left, Blue Streak 5665.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, that yoke's a little bit more than I thought it was gonna do. That nose on down. The nose usually kind of comes down a lot harder than that in real world. There's 90 knots. Felt the forest planned. Stop our recording there. Gonna hold short of 24 right. Turn off our cameras here.
Jazz 788, welcome Toronto, cross 24 right, where are you parking?
Cross 24 right, gate 250, Jazz 788.
Jazz 788, Roger, taxi, Delta, Delta Romeo, cross from my 33 right. Have a good
Delta Romeo cross 23 right, 788, thanks so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
even
Blue
if,
Streak
let's say that
5665,
did get
wind
that hot, which I
1604, clear to
wasn't
land,
breaking
runway
all that much
24
for that to happen, but anyways, let's say it did, you don't get a break overheat for a white, but
Tango
whatever.
Quebec Zulu, if you're not already, proceed direct Peterborough, climb 7000.
Peterborough, climb 7,000.
Jazz 785, descend 4000.
4,000, Jess.
United 312, you're identified 2100, climb flight level 340.
ACFI ASNA, welcome, thanks for stopping by. How was the expo? It was good. I had a great time. This is the second right-hand turn. What's your favorite part of the expo? The 737 yoke. That thing
Yeah,
was
312,
really
proceed
cool.
direct Tagum on course.
Tag him on course, United 312.
I gotta kind of speed taxi because I have to get to bed here.
Hello at 39, flight of 2. We are about 15 to the south.
That should box that message. It's not doing that either. So many problems, man. So many bugs in this airplane.
Hello at 39 flight Toronto Center, runway 06, wind 0603, altimeter 2972, cleared straight in.
Guys, just for the instance of time, I don't have enough time to taxi back to all this stuff, so I'm going to quickly go ahead and just grab our replay. There's, I think, Rob coming in on the approach there. So I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. I'm sorry I don't have enough time to do the whole thing and shut down and watch the landings, but I'm on a bit of a tighter schedule tonight. Clear left and clear right. So we're just going to disconnect from VATSIM right here. Going to grab our replays, put our flaps in the 45 position. And we're going to press replay. We've disconnected from VATSIM, don't worry about it. Go ahead and watch this landing from a few angles, and then we're going to call it a day. Still bugs? Oh, there's tons of bugs, bro. There's a lot. Yes, a lot. Looks good, though, for the most part. We're going to have to do the engines in the replay for you to hear it. I've clear all shaders and caches. Wait. What should I do about my performance in PMG? I've cleared all my... do make sure you're... I would watch my video that I have. Watch my how to get the greatest performance. It's just go to videos and look up search by most popular on my channel. Scroll down a bit and find the one that has big FPS in the main screen. I have a video on Microsoft flights and how I get great performance. This is before about the 5090. On the 5090 I just said ultra everything, but on the 5080 and older I have some tips and tricks on what you should do. If you have an Intel based CPU, I would consider trying to turn off CPU virtualization. It's in your BIOS. I'd give that a try. Alright guys, we're going to start wrapping up as a show here. We're going to go ahead and start to call it a night. We'll do a couple more replays and then we're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for stopping by for the CRJ stream. I know you guys really like these streams. It's a lot of hassle to work and it hurts my brain flying this thing because of all of the bugs in it and what it could be. But I really appreciate you guys staying out here to watch. We'll do a couple more replays from this, and then we are going to call it a night. Thank you guys so much for all the donations. Make sure to check the channel links in the description as well. You'll find any of our affiliates down there, that the hardware we use as well. So that's it from the CFI channel tonight. Thank you guys all for watching. We will see you next time.